of a series of videos I've been putting together aimed at absolute beginners on the ukulele. Now they roughly match the lessons that I teach the students in school. However, anybody of any age can use these videos and hopefully they'll be of help. I do try and keep them very simple and very straightforward. So, what did we learn in lesson 1? Well, we looked at how to tune our ukuleles, how to hold our ukuleles. We learned the C and the F chords and some really basic down strums. Lesson 2, we learned another new chord, the A minor, and then we looked a lot at strumming, so down and up strums, and I showed how to practice some really basic, very easy strumming patterns using a metronome and a drum machine to help us keep in time. So what are we going to do in lesson 3? Well, we're going to learn another new chord, the G7, which will open up loads of possibilities of new songs. I'll show you how to change between the G7, the F and the C chords, and we'll use the easy strumming patterns that we learnt in lesson 2 to play along lots of songs using the play along videos. As always, any videos I direct you to, I'll pop a link in the description below. So the G7 chord, there you are, it's just appeared. Just before we look at the chord, I just want to explain a couple of little things. First of all, G7, and why are we learning G7 before G? Okay, I'm not going to fry your brains, I'm not going to go into technical detail. The 7 just means that it's slightly different notes in the chord, alright? Nothing to worry about for now, you just know you're learning G7. Why do I teach G7 before G? Personally, I just think it's an easier chord to learn initially with the patterns of your fingers, and I'm aiming to get people playing songs as soon as possible. Alright, so that's why I teach G7 before G. Okay, the actual chord. So let's just remember the names of our strings. Goats can eat anything, or G, C, E, A. So we're going to put our first finger, first fret on the E string, our second finger, second fret on the C string, and then our third finger or our ring finger onto the second fret on the A string, and it should sound alright. I'll come in a little bit closer. So there we go, first finger, first fret on the E string, second finger, second fret on the C string, and then I know it's a bit tight, but you've got to tuck your third finger in onto the second fret on the A string, and then if you just pluck the strings one at a time, you know then if you're pressing your fingers down hard enough. If you're not, you get this. Alright, it doesn't sound very nice, so you've got to press those fingers down really hard, and you know if you are because you get your little lines. Okay, so there's our G7 chord. Just something to mention, in school we use coloured stickers just to make it a little bit easier when you're first starting out for placing your fingers. I do mention it in lesson 1, and I have made a video on how to put the stickers on. You don't have to, it's not compulsory, alright? You'd be easily be able to do these lessons without the stickers, but if you are struggling a little bit, might just be worth thinking about. So moving between the 3 chords, our new G7 and then our previous chords of F and C. Now in school we use the play along video, and there is a tutorial to go with that play along video as well. I'll show you how we do it. So we start on our F chord. If you can't remember, it's second finger, second fret on the G string, first finger, first fret on the E string, and then you move your middle finger, your second finger across one string, so it's still on the second fret but on the C string, and then you're going to tuck your third finger or your ring finger onto the second fret on the A string. Alright, I'll do it again. So F, then I move my second and third into place. I'll show you a bit closer up. So there's our F chord again. And then I'm going to move my second finger, my middle finger across and tuck my third finger in. Alright, I'm trying to show it from different angles. Now ideally you leave your first finger in place. We call that your anchor finger. And you're going to move, when you move your second finger across the string, ideally you're going to tuck your third finger in at the same time. It might take a little bit of practice, so I'll show you. Here we go. So I'm moving my second finger across and tucking my third finger in. I'll do it again. And again, F, G7, okay? And then the other move is from our G7 to our C. Alright, G7 to C. Now you might notice I lifted my first finger up as I was moving. So G7, first of all, I've left it down. And then as my third finger lands on my C, so in other words, third fret on the A string, look, I lift my first finger up. So a little bit of practice on those, and of course the other way. So now you're going to go C, it's the opposite. Put your first finger down as your anchor. Alright, so C, and then G7, C, G7, G7 to F, F to G7, and then back to C. Okay? Now, as with so many things, learning musical instruments, it's to do with muscle memory. Alright, so the more you practice, the better it gets. Use the play along videos, and we'll have a go in a moment of practicing those moves using a metronome and a drum machine. So let's have a little go of these chord changes. Alright, I've got the metronome all set up. It's a nice slow speed, 60 beats per minute. We're going to start on an F chord. The little chord charts will highlight as we move between them. Let's try a down, down, up, down, down, up strum. I will try and warn you when we move in. I don't always know what I'm doing myself half the time. Okay, so metronome going on. We feel the beat. 1, 2, 3, and the strum down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Here we go, starting on F. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay, on to G7. So you're moving those two fingers across. Okay, back to F. Nice and slowly, nice and lightly. Okay, back to G7. So you're trying to move the two fingers across if you can. Now, I'm not expecting you to get that straight away. It is going to take practice. It's all about muscle memory. I can't say that enough. Right, we'll go over to the drum machine this time, and we're going to go to 80 beats per minute. All right, we'll stick with the same strum pattern. So it's still going to be down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, and so on. And we'll start on an F, feel the beat. 1, 2, here we go. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Stick with F. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Right, we're going to go to G7. Okay. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay. Back to F. Get used to that move. Ready for G7, so try and move both your fingers. Okay. Down, down, up, down. Onto C next. Right, we're going to go to G7. So we're moving a little bit quicker now. Alright, back to C. Back to G7. Okay, onto F. Back to G7. Okay, down, down, up. We'll finish on a C. There we go. Again, it's going to take a bit of practice. Don't forget, you can slow these videos down too. Don't forget as well, use different strum patterns to practice your chords and your chord changes, because it gets you used to doing different strums and makes it a bit more interesting. Now, this is a bit I really do love getting to in school, because suddenly by being able to play C, F and G7 chords, we've got loads of songs we can choose from. Again, I'm going to be directing you at this point to quite a few play-along videos, alright? And I must explain a little bit more about these. First of all, what is a play-along video? What we do is we take the original song, in most cases, sometimes slightly altering the pitch of them, and then we add the chord charts and the lyrics, so you can literally play along to the original song. When I first started our ukulele club in school, like so many others, we sat around in a circle. I'd hand out bits of paper with chord charts on it. We'd struggle to sing through songs whilst trying to learn the ukulele as well. And then one evening I was on YouTube, as we all are, and I came across a ukulele play-along video. Now, it was by Dr. Jill Reese. I went and had a look at her channel straight away, and it really was a game changer for me. Alright, I went into school the next day. We tried out Surfin USA at lunchtime, and it went down a treat. Okay, the students, by the end of it, we all had so much fun. They were like, oh, more, play it again, play it again. You don't get that in a school environment very often, such enthusiasm. It meant as well I could be supporting the students rather than struggling to teach them and sing at the same time, and it changed the way we did things in school and the way I taught ukulele completely. I must also mention at this point Dr. Chris Russell, because it was his videos on how to make play-along videos that got me into making them. And he's also been very good and organised a huge database with all the current ukulele play-along videos available. Alright, I'll pop their YouTube channels in the description below. Jill Reese, I think her YouTube channel is called Dr. Jill Reese, and Chris's YouTube channel is called Uke Play Along. Alright, I promise you it's changed everything for us in school. Okay, so let's have a little look at a few songs. I've done quite a few play-alongs for C, F and G7. So go and check those out on my Ukulele Lessons channel. I'm just going to look at a few of them now just to give you an idea of how they go. I have actually done a few nursery rhymes as well. I'm not going to cover those today. I did those for a local primary school quite recently. But again, if you want to learn some nursery rhymes, go and check out the Ukulele Lessons. Right, so the first song, Three Little Birds. This isn't actually the Bob Marley version. When he sang it in a key that just doesn't work for ukulele, and even when I tried to tweak it, I just made him sound like a chipmunk. So this is a slightly different version, same chords, same lyrics, same tune, okay? There is a riff at the beginning. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now, but I have done a little tutorial on learning riffs and reading tab. So I'll pop a link to that video in the description as well. All right, so it starts in a C chord. Get it into my head. All right, just do down strums to start with. If you're feeling confident, you can start to add some up strums as well. Right at the beginning of the video, I think I've put down, down, up, up, down, up, the island strum. I'm going to be covering that in lesson 4. So whatever you feel confident or happy with, if you just want to do down strums, no problem at all. Okay, so C to start. Here we go. Don't worry about a thing. On to F. 'Cause every little thing is going to be back to C. Singing don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Stay on C. Rise up this morning. On to G7. Smile with the rising sun. And so on, okay? Please go and check out the play along videos. It's much more fun than playing along with me. So another very popular song in school for the beginners is Rockin' All Over the World by Status Quo. Same 3 chords, C, F and G7. Now, again, you can do this with just down strums. It does work really well with down, down, up, down, down, up, okay? So it starts in a C. I'll just play you a little bit and then go and check out the play along video. Here we go, so it's a little introduction. Well, here we are and here we are and here we go. All aboard, 'cause we're hitting the road, here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. So giddy up and get away. We're going crazy and we're going today, here we go. Whoa, rocking all over the world. You get the idea? Okay, go and check out the play along for that. So the next song we're going to take a little look at is See You Later, Alligator. Just something I want to mention right now. So far, when we've been talking about strumming, I'll play rather than explain. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Imagine you're walking at this point. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Whereas, if you started to skip, alright, I'm going to do just downs and ups for a minute. Skipping or walking. Alright, so the straight beats are all even, whereas the swing is like skipping. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's more to do with the feel of the music. All right, don't panic if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I don't understand. When we play See You Later, Alligator, it's got a swing tempo to it. okay? And especially when you go and do it with a play along, you'll really notice it then. So it starts in a C. Hear the difference? Okay. See you later, alligator. F the wild crocodile. F. See you later, alligator. F the wild crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you cramp my style? Okay, so that's the difference. Straight beats, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Swung beats, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Straight, swung. Okay, so just before we look at our last song for this lesson, let's have a quick recap of what we've learnt. We've learnt the G7 chord, okay, and hopefully you understand why we do the G7, not the G chord. We've talked a little bit about moving between the different chords, F, C and G7, and then we just talked a little bit about the swing strum and straight strum when we were looking at a couple of the songs. So the very last song we're going to look at today is Surfin USA, where it all began. This was our first ukulele play along in school. Now, very quickly I'll tell you this story. When we first started the group in school, we played in a local music festival. We weren't very good, we hadn't been playing very long, but we'd learned a few songs, you know, really basic chords and things. And we went along and we played our set, you know, Three Little Birds and so on. And we got to the end of our 3 or 4 songs and the crowd was shouting, more, more, encore. And one of the kids said, oh, let's do Surfin USA. And I just said, oh, no, don't, please. Mainly because I knew we couldn't perform it as well as some of the easier songs. There's lots of stopping and starting in this. It was dreadful, all right? There's no getting out of it. We got to the end of it. I still have nightmares about it today, all right? So, Surfin USA. Wish me luck. Still have nightmares now. If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody be surfing like California, yeah. You see them wearing their baggies and Rucci sandals too, a bushy, bushy blonde hair, Surfin USA. Okay, I hope this video has helped. Don't forget, there are loads more play-alongs with these 3 chords, C, F and G7 on my Ukuleleans channel. I will put links to all the videos I've directed you to in this lesson in the description below. Don't forget as well, if you've got a comment or a question, leave it below and please subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.